Choose your fighter.
Lakey inspired. Fight.
What's up, you guys? It's Ashley and I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be all about the instant locking method and lock extensions. My first lock journey began with instant locks. I started them on January 11, 2017, and by June of 2018 I had lock extensions and I cut them off, whatever. So this video will be all about my experience with both lock extensions and the instant locking method. I'm just here to share my personal experience. This video is not to dissuade anyone from getting instant locks or lock extensions. It's just my opinion, just my experience. This channel is all about positivity and light. It's a judgment-free zone. That's it and that's all. The biggest differences between my lock journey with comb coils and my lock journey with instant locks was the time, the price, the transformation, the process, the lessons, and the outcome. So the reason I even chose to start my first lock journey with instant locks was because I thought it would cut down my time in the ugly stage and I thought it would retain my length. First mistake. Let's start with the process of instant locks. I wish I had like something to like show an example, but imagine an afro, you part the hair. Like, I wanted diamond parts in my first lock journey, so she parted my hair in diamond part. After parting my hair, she back combed my hair. So she took a comb and went up my hair. Instead of combing out the hair, she combed up my hair, which was supposed to help it tangle, I guess, and lock. She took a crochet needle and went in and out of the hairs to form a lock. Yeah. This process is usually used on people with straight hair who want locks. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I really just wanted locks, and I was just like, I'm not trying to look like, I'm trying to look like Lauryn Hill. The biggest difference between instant locks and comb coils is definitely the price. Simply put, I think my instant locks cost $375, something like that, whereas my comb coils cost me $60. Instant locks cost as much as they do because of the time it takes for the process to take place. It takes just about all day depending on how much hair you have, depending on your hair texture. This is just a comparison. If you're thinking about getting instant locks, if you're thinking about getting lock extensions, you might want to consider the price, right? After starting locks, there are several processes or stages that your hair goes through to become fully matured, fully locked. One of those stages is the budding stage, which is also known as the ugly stage. During this stage, if you start with comb coils, your hair is kind of in between coils and in between locks. If you have twists, your hair is like kind of twisted and it's just that in-between stage that lasts 6 months for some people. For me, it lasted close to a year, depending on your hair texture. I feel like because I didn't go through the budding stage with instant locks, my comb coil journey was much more enjoyable. As I said in another video, this stage was my favorite stage because I learned to love my hair because of the things it can do without me manipulating it. For example, like when I started my comb coils, I was scared that they would stay that size. And then like 1 month after starting, I noticed my hair was like super thick and I was just like, this is what I wanted. Thick locks is what I wanted. However, with the instant locks, the size I started them with was the size I ended them with, just about. Because they didn't get to go through that expansion and they were already locked, so they didn't get to fully grow bigger in size and go through that natural process. They kind of stayed the same size. My goal was to always have thick locks. With instant locks, they were pretty thick, but I mean, like, they weren't what I thought they were going to be. They were also very frizzy. They itched. Oh my gosh, nothing was really hydrating them. When I had comb coils, however, my hair was super fluffy and light, and I just loved my comb coils so much better. I wish I'd started them originally, but you know, we live and we learn. With instant locks, I could have washed my hair right away. I waited like a week and I was already like taking showers and putting my head under the water. I mentioned that in my lock mistake video. With comb coils, I waited about 2 or 3 weeks to wash my hair. With instant locks, I got styles right away.
Bro, in Cleveland, bro.
With comb coils, I waited for my hair to get through that budding stage to start getting styles. Length isn't necessarily important. I'd rather have healthy short hair than unhealthy long hair, but I will say that I feel like my coils grew faster than my instant locks. I started my instant locks with longer hair than I did with my comb coils, so I found it interesting that my comb coils grew faster and longer and healthier than my instant locks. With instant locks, I had severe dry scalp. I had severe itchiness. With comb coils, I've never had a problem. With instant locks, I had like a bunch of different locks that were different sizes, different shapes. And this is so, frizziness is natural, is a natural part of having locks. No matter how many times I retwisted my hair, it never really looked neat. At the ends of my instant locks, I had like a ball of hair and I used to kind of just play with them to the point where they would unravel. I mentioned confidence in my frequently asked questions video, and with my instant locks, I felt ugly though. And in my comb coils journey, I felt more like natural. I could walk out the house with coils and everyone would know that I'm starting locks. Whereas with the instant locks, I don't know, like they just looked frizzy and ununiformed. And I also mentioned that one of my hairstylists cut the frizzies off of my locks. It was in my instant lock journey that someone cut the frizzies off my locks. They were that bad. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys all throughout this video. I'm about to talk about depression and anxiety, so if that triggers you, you might want to click off this video. Otherwise, stay tuned for this roller coaster. At my 1-year mark of having instant locks, I started dealing with depression and anxiety. My parents do not like locks. I think they like locks when they're long, but not when they're short and not when they're like maturing. A lot of people are like that. They only like locks when they're long and they're flourishing, but not in that beginner stage. At my 1-year mark of instant locks, I started looking into lock extensions because I felt like people would like my locks when they're long. So let me get lock extensions and I'll feel pretty again. I'll feel feminine again. I'll feel loved again. I really contemplated talking about this, but I paid $600 something for my lock extensions. Also, the person who did my lock extensions was 3.5 hours away from where I live. So I had to pay for gas, I had to pay for food, all of that. I finally found someone who could do lock extensions on my hair on top of the locks that I already had. Because I lived 3 hours away from her, she was just like, send me a picture of your locks. What size are they? And I was like, the size of a Sharpie marker. And she asked me how many locks I had. I had 74. So she made 75, just in case, 75 lock extensions the size of a Sharpie marker, which is what I told her, which is what she basically gauged my hair size off of the pictures that I sent her. Got to Orlando, she sat me down in the chair at like 11 in the morning and I didn't leave until 8 in the night. She basically combed out the ends of my instant locks and proceeded to add the lock extensions to the ends of my instant locks. When she first did my lock extension, they were like probably mid-back. She then washed and retwisted my new long locks and then gave me a braided style. Leaving her hair salon, I felt better. So when I was leaving the hair salon, lady persuaded me to pay $20 for a bottle of shampoo that she made from scratch, and she recommended it for people with locks. I bought it. I'm not gonna lie, that shampoo was like the best shampoo I've ever used, and I finished it in like 3 months. It was a little bottle, but it was $20. So anyway, so I was driving back 3 hours in the night back to where I live, and I started feeling anxious again, and I started like basically having a panic attack behind the wheel, because I was then like, what if my parents don't like my hair? I didn't really get to see my hair because it was dark. Ladies, you know, if your hair isn't done, or if your hair isn't done correctly, you feel sad sometimes. And men, sometimes when you don't have a lineup, same thing. Anyway, I got back home and my parents were just like, this channel is supposed to be about positivity. I promise this is the last time I talk about anything this sad. But my parents basically, they openly told me they did not like my hair. And the longer I looked at my hair, I was just like, damn, I don't like it either. Like, cut the lock extensions shorter to like right about my collarbone length so that they would look kind of better, I guess. And they looked better for a while. So over time, I was doing research and I found out that exercise can help with depression and anxiety. So I started swimming laps at this Olympic sized pool near my house. I started swimming laps every morning. One morning I came back home from swimming laps and I looked at my locks. When I tell you, my real locks were, I could see them, and I could see where the lock extension started. I was just like, bro, what the heck? I know I just spent $600. Walked into the kitchen, took some scissors and started cutting all the lock extensions off so that I would only have my locks left. Some of those locks I ended up having to cut off altogether. Others I was able to just soak my hair in conditioner and comb it out. At the end, I was left with like 2 or 3 inches of hair. I've never had hair that short. So seeing myself like that, I went right back into depression, went right back into feeling anxious. But what helped that was my parents telling me that they were disappointed in me for spending that much money and driving that far to get my hair done for it to look like that. They could have said it nicer, but I feel like I needed to hear it that way to know that, yo, I messed up. I'm not getting that $600 back, y'all. So that was on June 25th, 2018. By June 29, 2018, I told my loctician who used to do my styles with my first lock journey, I was just like, listen, I need my hair done. I need my locks back. I need some thick locks. I'm going to do it right this time. Nobody's going to tell me what to do this time. Nobody's going to tell me how to wear my hair, how to start my hair. I'm going to do my lock journey all over again, but do it right this time. I'm not bashing the person who started my lock extensions, but I'm just saying, for the price, don't do it. I would never ever spend that much money on my hair ever again. And if I ever do, slap me. In my first lock journey, I was ashamed of my locks. In my current lock journey, I want to spread positivity and love for your natural hair, for any journey that you're in. But I'm glad that I can now laugh at myself and share it with a lot of people that I don't know here on YouTube. Thanks for watching another video by me. As always, leave in the comments what you thought about this video and what you want to see next on this channel. And yeah, bye!